Alright, little people, so what we're going to do today is we're going to try to create a character, your own illustration in here. We're going to create an interesting little character from scratch. That's the goal. So we're going to need to start inside of Illustrator, and we're going to start by creating our own document this time. So there was nothing to download in the classroom today. I want you to hit File and then New, and we're going to create just a basic square document. Again, probably set up already from a previous lesson to do this. I just want you to call this week 2, lesson 2, all caps I guess. And we're going to keep it at 4 inches by 4 inches. That is the size. Check your inches, your measurements over here, and we're only going to use one artboard today. When you've got this, hit create. So this will give us just a basic square document. And what we're going to do is we're going to build shapes onto shapes to create your own character. There's not a lot of intricacies to this, and I may start going kind of quick. Remember, you can pause the video at any point to kind of go back and figure out what I just did. Alright, so we're going to start today with a basic ellipse tool. So right here, your elliptical tool, L is the shortcut. I'm going to hold Shift and Option and kind of draw out a circle right here in the middle. Now, for this to work, you're going to need to use your white arrow. So I'm going to get my white arrow, and I'm going to click, hold, and drag over this middle section right here. What this is going to do is it's going to highlight and select these 2 anchor points. I'm going to hit down on my keyboard a few times to kind of flatten it out. And up here at the top, you'll see these handlebars. I'm going to kind of grab these handlebars and make this just a little bit fatter than it is. I may want to drop this anchor just a little bit to kind of create the shape that I want to give it. So this is going to be the base of the head of our character. If you look in the classroom, there's a picture of what we're trying to create here. I'm going to go back to my ellipse tool, and I'm going to create 2 circles that are going to base off of the ear here. They're not going to be perfect circles. They're going to be pretty close. But they're going to look like that basically. Feel free to kind of make this your own a little bit and play around with it. Don't feel like you have to match me perfectly. Alright, so I'm going to move those up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use gradients to kind of color this. We've played with gradients in Photoshop before, but we haven't really touched them in Illustrator. And they work much the same way. So up here at the top, you can click right here, and you can see options for some of your basic gradients. The first one right here is that black to white gradient. I want you to have your base of your head, this big circle in the middle, selected first. And I want you to choose a gradient fill, which is that black to white. Okay. I want you to turn off your stroke. So right here where it says stroke, hit none. And then we're going to need to look for your gradient panel. Anytime you don't have a panel on the right hand side, remember they're up here in window at the top. So I'm going to go to window, see if it'll let me, window, and then I'm going to look for gradient. So I'm going to leave this a little free floating right here for the time being. With this shape selected, I want to alter my gradient and make it look a little different. To do that, all you have to do is click on this bar, and then you'll have these options for what colors you're using. If I double click on them, you'll see colors come up. If you only see black and white showing up, you have these options right here for colors as well, or for your eyedropper tool right here. So for this shape, what I want is kind of a lighter gray. I don't want it to be so dark. And I also want it to be a radiant gradient, which is right here in the middle. Now, as you see, something's not working right. Beware that you don't have your stroke on top. If you do, then it'll be affecting your stroke. Make sure your stroke is set to none and that your fill is on top. You have that selected. So again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to choose my radial gradient, which means it comes out of the center. And on my far right side, I'm going to drop this to kind of a lighter gray. Now, if you look here just above the gradient slider, there's this bar or this little diamond shape, and you can kind of pull that out for where your center point's going to be on this color. I want mine pretty far so that it's pretty white in the center and kind of fades out. So you can see this kind of gives a three-dimensional look, which is kind of what we're going for. So now I want you to select both of the shapes in the ear. Click on one, hold shift, click on the other. And with my eyedropper tool, I'm going to click on this gradient. I is the shortcut for your eyedropper tool. And you'll see it gives me that shape up there. Now for the ears, I don't want them to be this color though. I want them to have the gradient, but I don't want them to be this color. So with my gradient panel selected, I'm going to double click here again. And this time I'm going to darken the outside to almost black. And the inside, I'm going to make a very dark shade of gray. Call it about an 85. No, that's probably a little too much. Call it an 80, 75% gradient. That looks pretty good. So about like that. Alright, so now I want to send this shape to the back. So up at the top, Object, Arrange, Send to Back. And what you'll see is that kind of drops it behind that head shape, which is what I'm looking for here. So we can play around with that as we want to. Maybe we don't want the center line so far. Maybe we want it a little more in. You can kind of play around with this and make it your own. So don't feel like you have to copy me exactly. Alright, so I'm going to copy these two over. I'm going to hold Option and drag over, or you can hit Command C, Command V, or up at the top you can go to Object, Transform, Reflect, and right here I'm just going to hit Copy. This will flip it so that it's on the other side as well, and then I can drag it. Alright, so that's my basic setup for my ears. So we're going to start by making the eyes next. The eyes are fairly simple because the eyes are just reflections of this shape. So let's go and grab a ellipse tool, L for your ellipse tool, and I want you to make kind of an eye shape like this. Now I'm going to drag this up and I'm going to make some alterations to it. I'm going to get my white arrow, my direct selection tool, and I'm going to click on this top anchor. And I'm going to drag it to the right just a little bit by clicking arrows on my keyboard. I'll do the same thing with the bottom. I'll kind of click on it and drag it to the left. Kind of giving it a little bit of a different style shape. And of course, if you want to make something a little different, you can always grab your pen tool or your pencil tool and kind of redraw it personally. But it's kind of whatever works for you. So that shape looks pretty good to me. It could use a little bit of a smoothening. I might come back on that. I'm going to go back with my black arrow and I'm going to grab this circle that's the center of the ear here, and I'm going to duplicate it, holding Option, clicking and dragging. Now as I do that, it's going to go behind this other shape. So I'll need to do Object, Arrange, Bring to Front, and that'll place it right there. Very good. So this is going to be the outside kind of darkening spot to my eye. Maybe I'll make it just a hair bigger there. And the next shape I'll need is the exact same one. So I will grab this eye, and again I can Command C or Command V, or in this case I'm going to hit Command F. Command F should copy that same shape in the same place. It won't look like it does anything, but it will make a duplicate. I'll hit I and I'll get this interior little white gradient that we had going on for the original part of the face, and that'll be the white of my eye. I'm going to do the same thing, Command C and then Command F. Remember, it's Control if you're on a PC, so Control C, Control F, and it'll duplicate that shape again. I'll shrink it down. And this is going to be kind of the color of the eye, so feel free to kind of play around with this as you want. With my gradient panel over here, I'm going to choose a different color. So if I want like a darker blue, there's my darker blue. On the inside, if I want a lighter blue, I can kind of lighten that up a little bit. But it's really up to you. You can change this however you want to. Don't feel like you're stuck with what I'm doing exactly. I'm going to shift this in just a hair there so it goes to the right. I'm going to get my ellipse tool, and in the center of this, I'm going to make a black circle. Now you could use the gradients if you wanted to, but I think black works just fine for this. Like that. And then I'm going to grab my ellipse tool again, and I'm going to make just a little highlight, not much. I'm going to use my eyedropper tool to get this color onto it. So there is my basic shape for my eye. Now this is pretty cool because all this is basically circles that you've manipulated, right? All we've done is use the ellipse shape to make all of these. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to lock these background shapes because I don't want them to get in my way, this ear. I don't want to move any of this stuff. So I'm going to select the ear. I can hold shift and click on each one of these shapes, or I can kind of click and drag over top of them, lassoing them. And I'm going to hit Command 2. Command 2 or Control 2 is lock. You can also get it up here, Object, Lock, Selection. So that way I can't click on them right now. They're there, they're just locked. If you go into your layers and open them up, you'll see some locks down there. So in case you need to unlock it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select everything that makes up this eye. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag over top of this. And I'm going to go up to the top to Object, Transform, Reflect. I'm going to keep it on vertical, make sure vertical selected, and I'm going to hit Copy. Now that'll copy that shape right on top of the other. I can click, hold, and drag that over to the right. And there are my eyes. No need to make two of them, right? We've already got one, duplicate it over. Alright, so we need to create the nose and the mouth of this guy real quick. Let's get the ellipse tool again. And right here between the eyes, I'm going to click, hold, and drag to kind of create this nose. I'm going to leave it as that same gradient that I've got in the ears and I've got in the eyes. I'm going to hit A on my keyboard to get my white arrow. And I'm going to select just these two anchor points. Now you can do these one at a time. Click on that anchor point, hold shift, click on this next anchor point. Or you can click, hold, and drag right over the middle and just hit down a few times to create that nose. It gives us a cool little nose shape. Alright, so now we need to make the smile for this guy. What we're going to do is we're going to get our ellipse tool again, and we're going to drag out a basic circle. We're going to duplicate that circle down and to the right just a hair, like that. And what you should see is a little bit of overlapping, but you should see this little half moon shape on the outside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Pathfinder panel right here. And the second option says minus front, meaning that anything on top here is going to get rid of. So the top stuff up here is going to go away. In fact, if I drag this shape like this, being it's the top shape, it'll leave me just this bottom half moon here. And I'll hit minus front, and that's what it'll leave me, that nice little half moon shape. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it up. I might need to make it a little bigger, stretch it around a little bit like that. And I will need to send it to back because it's showing up on top of the nose. So I can send it back, or I can grab that nose and just hit Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. And that'll put that nose on top of it. So what I'll do is I'll duplicate that shape again. Object, Transform, Reflect, good Lord. I swear to Lord. Object, Transform, Reflect. I'll hit Copy. And then I will just drag that to the other side here. And you see that gives me a nice little mouth and nose setup for this guy. So by just using some basic simple shapes, we were able to create a pretty cool little character here, and that's kind of what I was going for. There's a lot of different ways you can do this and a lot of different ways you can kind of play around with it. If you don't like how big his head is, we can always shrink it down a little bit. Object, unlock all, and we can kind of drag up his head a little bit or play around with it and put some hairs on his head if you want to. There's all kinds of different things you can do to create different things here. So my challenge to you is to kind of play around with this. If you want to turn this from a panda to a monkey to an aardvark to whatever you want to do to play with it, knock yourself out. If you want to leave it as a panda, leave it as a panda. I'm not going to hate. This is your screenshot right here. This is what I want to see. Turn that into the classroom and get ready for your weekly project. Good job. We will catch up with you later.